our podcast. I'm Hansel. I'm here with my best buddy, Wayne. We wrote the book, which, like this podcast, is also called theCoderBros. Go to White Castle. Head to Amazon to find it. It's a book about our story, how we grew up Asian, how we became best friends, and how we found our White Castle. Only our metaphorical destination wasn't just a fast food joint, but an awesome little business called The Coder School that we now run together. So we started this podcast to explore the stories of other Asian Americans like us and how they found their own White Castle. So Wayne, who are we talking to today?
Yeah, our guest today has lived a very unique life so far, especially for an Asian. She was born in Germany, moved to Taiwan at the age of 5, then to America by age 8, and had a tough childhood, which we'll find out about during the podcast, and eventually made her way into becoming an actor, screenwriter, comedian, voiceover artist, and much, much more. So let's welcome Rebekka Lien.
All
Hi,
right.
everyone.
Drum roll. Hi, Rebekka. Well, thanks for being on the show. Really appreciate it. Sounds like you have a really interesting story here you're about to tell us. So go ahead and get started. Tell us about what you're up to these days. And then if you want to talk about your White Castle now, feel free.
Okay, so my name is Rebekka Lien. I was born in Germany. I moved to Taiwan when I was 5, moved to America when I was 8, so I am an immigrant. My parents divorced when I was like 8 years old and, had a really rough childhood. Right now, I do acting, and I'm also getting into filmmaking, creating short films on my iPhone, and I have a YouTube channel called The Bex Show, BEX Show, as well as my blog, RebekkaLien.com. And I would say my White Castle is like enjoying the present. I think growing up as Asian Americans, like we're always worried about the future. Oh no, retirement. Oh no, like when you're 5, you like take SAT classes and then
That is true.
I didn't take SAT when I was
Totally
5.
true,
Did
though.
you?
It's but worrying about the SAT, everyone's mentioning that. What college? What are you going to be? It's all about the
Yeah.
future, right? Not the present, for sure.
Yeah, I felt like it was like constant anxiety about, like which college am I going to, which high school,
Mm-hmm.
like how are you like who are you gonna marry? So it was like constant worry about am I good enough? Am I enough? Am I doing enough? And like my mom was a piano teacher, so I always had to practice piano, and it was constant fear of her like yelling at me and like not doing enough, not practicing enough, like, and so like I pretty much like aced school. Like I did get like pretty much like A's and B's, mostly A's, and like now looking back, I'm like, why did I spend so much time studying and
Oh,
doing
really?
homework?
So do you think you were pushed away from being Asian? That so far sounds pretty Asian, but then now you're
Yeah.
looking into the acting business, which is pretty
Yeah.
non-Asian. Do you think it got pushed away from your parents, and now that's why you got thinking about acting? Or why
I
are you in
think
acting?
so. When I was in middle school, I really wanted to be an actress. I was like obsessed with Dark Angel. Was it Sabrina the Cat or whatever? What like just
Sabrina,
Yeah,
different
yeah,
that's
TV
great.
Sabrina the
shows.
Yeah,
Cat.
the book.
Yeah, my favorite actor was like Seth Green, Jessica
Like him.
Alba.
Love her.
Yeah, right. Just
Wait,
like
For obvious reasons,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
for guy
For her
reasons.
abilities, her abilities.
Her
All the
abilities, yeah, her
Look good
talent.
on
Yeah.
talents.
screen.
Yeah, I've never
Um,
noticed anything else.
and but like I remember in school, in high school. Okay, so like actually, okay, so take back to the story of middle school. I was in drama class, and I had lotion, and my friend was like, "Can I have some?" So I tried to give her some lotion. It dropped on the floor, and she started screaming like, "Ah!" And the teacher thought I made that noise, and she's like, "Rebekka!" Like she just like yelled at
Oh
me in front
no.
of the whole class, and I was like so embarrassed because I feel like when I came to America in 3rd grade, like my mom made me wear this like suit dress, and like
Oh, to school.
everyone, yeah, everyone in class was wearing like jeans and t-shirts. I
Yeah.
walked in
Yeah.
just feeling so embarrassed and humiliated and just like super too formal. Like
Yeah.
I just was out of place, and like the worst thing that could happen to someone, especially since my parents got divorced, so my dad
Right.
wasn't in the picture. Like, okay, I already felt insecure about that. I didn't have that security of a father. Then, she's like dropping me off at school, and I look different, I'm dressed different, and I'm super embarrassed. So like my worst fear was like being publicly humiliated.
Yeah.
And
And then the
that
teacher did
happened
that.
over and over and over in
And it
schools.
kept
Like,
happening.
yeah, and I
Oh
would
man.
just like I remember calling myself like a freak, but like in a good way because I was like I felt like I was different. And but I would write that on like journals, and I would like make myself look really different. Like I
Oh,
dressed
wow.
very different in school.
So,
Like
so this was, you had just gotten to the States. This is like when you're 8 or 9 or 10, like this is
yeah,
LA.
like and then middle school, then I was just like I felt like I found identity in pop culture, like celebrities,
Mm.
like NSYNC, Spice Girls. I just
Hey, none of
indulged
those
in
are
that.
Asian. Did you hang out
Yeah,
with any Asian
Well,
celebrities,
there's
or was it
barely
just
any
like,
Asian celebrities,
yeah, there
right?
weren't. And I was just
mm,
like, oh, I am different. I just knew that I was very different, and
yeah.
I remember at the time Asian Americans would actually call me a fob, so like fresh off the boat.
Mm.
And so like I got bullied by other Asian Americans because I actually went to school in Arcadia, which is like
Oh,
largely
that's a
Asian.
lot of Asians.
Yeah, but
So
then
at
I
least
think like
appearance-wise, you would look like you fit in. But
yeah,
then,
but I think like because my English was like very spotty, and
right.
I went to ESL, and like I just remember they had like a picture of Humpty Dumpty on the wall or something, and then I had to read that story, and I just was like, I'm here, but I don't actually fit in because everyone is like so good at English, and I'm
Yeah.
struggling.
Yeah.
Um, so like,
Wow. Well, your English is awesome now.
oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
so your parents got divorced early, it sounds like pretty early
Yeah.
on. That's pretty different Asian wise as well. Do you think that affected sort of your mentality when you got here to the States?
Yeah, so when I was 8, my parents got divorced, and then that's when we moved to America. And I remember my mom like crying a lot at the airport, and I
I'm
was like,
sure.
"What's going on?" Then we came to America, and she's just like, "Yeah, like okay, when you're on the street, say like good morning, good afternoon, like say, like that's how people are in America." So I was like, "All right." So I would like
Okay.
greet everyone, but I like did experience depression because I was like, "Where is my dad?" And also like, how come I can't call him?
So you were
So
like 8 or 9, and so like I mean, you weren't clinically depressed, right? You didn't like go to somebody and they said you were depressed. You just
no.
felt that way. Yeah.
I just felt like really like in my feelings and like
Yeah.
felt like stuck. I felt emotionally stuck
Yeah.
and I was just like, where's my dad? And so that was part of, the struggle, and also my mom struggled a lot financially when we moved here because,
Yeah.
everything's more expensive
New
than
country,
Taiwan.
yeah.
That makes sense. That'd be really
Yeah. I
tough.
mean, did you guys have relatives, aunts or uncles or anything, or you just dropped into the States like on your own?
No, we had I had uncles and aunts, and my uncle took us to Samwu in St. Gabriel. Like the first restaurant I ever ate at in America was Samwu. And I was kind of confused because I was like, wait, I thought like America's full of like McDonald's and like Chuck E. Cheese or
They
Pizza
take you to
Hut.
Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, this is like so Asian. Like literally we went to the most Asian area when I got here.
Wow. So let's see. So you went through high school. It sounds like okay, you felt depressed, but like just sort of in a strange mental health state maybe, but nothing that really affected you. But then you went to fashion school after that?
Yeah, so I went to fashion school because I was like, I grew up going to church and I thought I wanted to be a missionary. But then I was like,
Mm.
oh, I don't want to live in a hut. So like I decided like I'm gonna go to fashion school because I like fashion. And I thought I was gonna become a fashion designer. But when I entered that field, I didn't like the workforce. Just everything felt like slave work. Like I didn't design. We also got yelled at work. And it was
That's
just
probably pretty
not.
normal for a lot of industries, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
I remember
I was
getting
like,
yelled
this is
Yeah, the
not.
newbies
at.
get yelled at.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't a safe, like, emotional environment. And so
Mm.
I decided not to continue and I quit my job and went to Australia for a few months.
Oh wow.
And yeah,
Whoa.
What did
just
your mom think of that?
so
You're just like, okay.
everyone was so against me, like going to Australia with like, I think I had like 1,500 in savings and I just used that to travel. And
Oh
everyone's like,
wow.
well, you're renting a place,
That's
you're gonna
crazy.
have to pay rent and all this stuff. Like, how are you gonna pay rent? And so when I came back,
Those
like
are
I started,
valid, good questions, though.
And yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah, that's
how did you
true.
pay
Like,
rent?
how did you pay rent? I'm asking that myself.
So at
Okay.
the time I lived in Silver Lake, and when I got back, I was inspired by some of the street vendors in Australia. They would sell feather earrings for like $5 and like they would make a living. So when I came back to LA, I thought I'm gonna sell feather earrings and I'm gonna like put jewelry in a wine box and just like start selling them on the streets or like to my friends and family. And
Wow.
I was actually able to make a living, and I started to like monetize every skill I had. Like I played cello, I played piano, I taught Mandarin to mostly like white
Nice.
Wow.
people. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
how old were you at this time? So this is out of college.
Yeah, I think it was like 22, 23.
Okay, 22, 23. Wow. And you're making you're kind of making your own business out of this feathered earring type stuff. And it's
Yeah.
just like a lot of jewelry that you make on your own and just kind of just like selling it on the streets kind of deal.
So I actually at one point started importing jewelry from AliExpress.com. It's like a
Okay, all right.
Chinese, like it's like Temu and
That doesn't
yeah.
work anymore with all the tariffs, I'll tell you
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it
But
would take
yeah,
like
that's a great
it
idea.
would take like a whole month to even get any product. So I would have to
Hmm.
wait a long time because it came from China and they shipped it. But yeah,
So
and
then
then
you would just be selling it on a sidewalk, like I mean, did you have a
Like
permit or
outside the Lakers
anything?
game or whatever, just
no,
bam.
no.
Yeah, so you would
No,
just go
it
around.
was like, I just basically carried the wine box like everywhere I went, and then I would just like randomly talk, like ask people, "Hey, do you want to buy jewelry?" And
Wow. That's hustling.
it was such a good tactic because I felt like it was just kind of overcoming rejection, right? Like, asking my
Yeah.
friends, family, but also asking strangers, or like if I bought a coffee at a shop, I would be like, "Hey, do you want to buy jewelry too?" And like, you
That
know,
makes
Oh
you a good
wow.
salesperson, I guess. You
Yeah.
gotta
thank
practice the
you.
hearing the no's over and over.
Yeah,
So
thank you so
so this
much.
is you're 20 something, and so you're going into this little bit of a sales thing, and then how did that lead you to the acting side?
So at one point, 2014, I was like, and I'm like very spiritual. I believe in God, and I was brushing my teeth, and I just hear this like start acting. Like I just hear it, like
Oh
not like a
wow.
booming voice, but like a sound, like a thought.
So out of
And
the blue, like you hadn't been doing it at all. It was just like all of a sudden
no,
you're like, hey, let's go back and do that.
yeah,
Wow.
and I was like, what? I was like, I gave that up the moment my teacher
You're like,
yelled
could you
at
say that
me.
again?
Yeah, the moment my
Yeah,
teacher
God,
yelled at
repeat
me, I
that,
was like,
God.
Yeah.
I don't want to, I don't want to, and I remember like I went through a breakup and getting like I got a flyer in the mail and it was like improv comedy. So I was like, I really need to laugh. Like I need to like laugh. So I'm gonna sign up for this class and have a good time. And so I went into the class and the teacher said, you have a great look for commercial acting. Like you should take a commercial acting class. So I
Mm.
said, okay. It was like $475 or something like
So
that.
then did it trigger that maybe they say that to everyone to get 400 bucks out of them? Like one of those?
Probably, but I also had like enough confidence that I was like, yeah, like I'm probably like great for commercial acting.
Yeah, I
It's
can
just
do
like
this. Yeah.
I think because I didn't hear any positive affirmations from my mom, so when someone said something nice, I would be like, yeah, I believe that because I like needed it so bad. I was like
Right.
so
I could see that.
thirsty. Like I
Yeah.
was like so like marred, scarred from my mom that I was like, I'll take anything. I'll take a compliment.
Yeah.
Well, so
But I
tell
mean,
us more about your mom.
400.
You haven't really dug
Yeah.
into your mom yet. Like, what is it about her that, was she one of those standard Asian moms, helicopter moms, cracking the whip tiger moms? Is that why you say that?
So I was like super neglected as a child.
Mm,
Since she was a single mom, she would go out to teach piano and like she would leave my brother and I at home. So we were
mm,
latchkey kids. We would come home alone and we would do homework in front of the TV. We would watch
Mm.
anime, watch
yeah,
Doraemon and things like that. And so
yeah.
even though she would yell at us when she got home, like she was not really there
Not even
to
there.
yeah.
Right.
So it's like she tried to be a tiger mom, but then it was like, oh well, you're not here, so like we're just gonna do whatever we want and
Yeah.
pretend that like I mean we did do our homework and stuff. We were really scared of her, but she just didn't really show like a compassionate, empathetic side of herself.
You think
Um,
she was not there because she had to work because she's a single parent? Or was it just like she was out partying or something?
no,
You know?
she was working. She doesn't really like drink or anything. She doesn't party. She's like after she got divorced, she never found a boyfriend. She never, like
Yeah,
really conservative.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Wow.
like if I got divorced, I'll be like, okay, I'm back on the dating apps. Like,
Yeah, you
I
would think
need
so, right?
support. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, different
Um,
age, I guess. I
Yeah.
mean, it is possible that because she was single, that maybe she had to work her butt off to support you
Yes.
guys. Maybe that's why she was rarely there for you
No,
guys.
definitely. I mean, she
No.
obviously had a tough, situation herself, right? Like she has two
Yeah.
kids. And then, I mean, the dad, did he not try to communicate with you guys, or was the
Yeah,
mom
was he
kind of
gone?
blocking, or
So apparently in my 30s, I asked my mom like, "What happened? How come I couldn't talk to dad?" And she's like, "Well, I didn't want to talk to him either, but I didn't have his number." And I'm like, "Okay," because the only communication I had with my dad was my mom would say, "Rebekka, email your dad because we like need rent money." So we had his
Mm.
email, so we'd be like, "Dad, please send rent money, thanks." And then, and then like he would reply like, and be like, "Oh, I don't have enough money" or whatever. So
And
that was the
was he in
only.
Germany at the time, or what?
He was in Taiwan.
He was in Taiwan still? So so this was well after the divorce, and you guys were
Yes.
able to get back a hold of him. And then is he in your life anymore?
We do talk through line sometimes. But he's still like he's remarried, but he still like drinks and like I don't know. Like the last few times I've been to Taiwan, he was really unreliable. He would like disappear for a few days, and like we've talked
Mm.
about it, and I've forgiven him.
Mhm.
But he's just like honestly, like I felt a lot of guilt and shame. And I feel bad that I wasn't there for you, but also I pray for you every day, so God will take care of you. So I'm like, okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
um,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow,
so
that's rough. That's rough when a parent is like that. And I think you mentioned to us also that your mom was also not the coolest person in the last year, and then forcing you
yeah.
to basically tell us a bit more about that.
So a year ago, I was living with her, and I've been like on my own, but I decided to move in with her because I wanted to like spend more time with her. She's my
Mm.
only really close family here. And then out of nowhere, she said, "You have a month to move out. I want
Hmm.
to live on my own. I already signed a lease." And I was just
Wow.
like in shock. Yeah. And she's like,
So
"Well,
she's
you're old
kicking you
enough."
out basically.
Yeah.
She's just like, I just like, she didn't really give a reason. She just wants to be on her own.
Yeah. And there was a lot that went into it. Obviously my boyfriend had lived outside her house in his car for like two
So
years.
you have a boyfriend living in his
Living.
car, in boyfriend's
Okay.
car, but right outside your mom's place, which is where you are also.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my mom the whole time was just like, "Why are you with him? Why are you with a guy like this? Like, what in the world?" Like, I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
paranoid of neighbors finding out that he's in front of our house.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So I guess that could go. I could see a little bit of your mom's side where she just kind of wanted to try
Yeah.
something a little
Yeah.
bit
Was that
separated.
part of the reason you think that she asked you to move on?
I think part of it, and I think that to be honest, there were times like we got into like my boyfriend and I would like fight outside the house. And I think
Mm.
maybe like
Mm.
she was just like, "I don't want to get involved," or like there's just like a lot of different like situations, but I just did not think she was gonna stop talking to me.
That
And
is a
Cause
she
bit
stopped talking.
extreme. So I didn't know that. I
So you
thought
moved out and then
yeah,
she just
wanted to
stopped
live
talking.
separately is very different than like don't even call me.
yeah. Like so basically I tried to call her and text her like, "Hey mom, we should hang out. Let me go visit you." And then she stopped replying. I was like, "What the heck?
Hmm.
Like this is
That's
so
crazy.
weird." Yeah, and then I texted her friend. Her friend's like, "Hey, yeah, like she just wants to be alone. Like just live your life and like leave her alone. She like she's gonna be fine. She's alive." And so I've done, wellness checks. I've called the cops. I visited myself, and I actually didn't know her address. So I had a friend look up her
You didn't know
address.
so she just
Oh,
took
you
off to
didn't know
another
where she
place and you
moved.
don't even know where
Yeah.
she was.
Yeah, like I helped her
Wow.
pack and clean, but she had like movers move the stuff for her,
Wow.
and it was just such a mystery. Like I remember when she disappeared, my whole face like broke out. Like I almost had like hives or something because I was like,
Yeah. It's
it
pretty
was such a
traumatic.
shock because I would go home and talk to her about my life, tell her like, "Oh, I went here, I went there." You know how you talk to your parents, like
Right.
just kind of like spill, and it was like, okay, like she's gone, and it's almost like she died. Like it was so
Man,
weird. Yeah, it
that's
was a
crazy.
shock.
And you've
So
been with her since birth through all the moves, everything. You always, that was one common thing. I mean, even if she was working and
Yeah,
not, yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I
but
mean
like,
and
mhm.
yeah, I was gonna mention the mental health aspect. I mean, that's got to be really tough on you psychologically. like Wayne said, you've been with his mom for so long, and all of a sudden, oh, she's gone. I don't know where she is. How did that feel? How did it manifest? I mean, other than your hives and stuff like that, was there?
It
Was
was
this,
brutal, like literally, like I did not want to feel any of my emotions. Like I went numb and I
mm,
became very disassociated and I became very scared of rejection. And interacting with friends and people made me feel social anxiety because
yeah,
the anxiety would come up of like I miss my mom. Why isn't she here? Is it my fault? And I was
Right.
blaming myself a lot for that.
yeah. Wow. And were you able to like maybe get some therapy or sort of talk to anybody about it, or how do you work through something like that?
So I tried to talk to my boyfriend about it, but after a while it was kind of getting old to him. I think like he was
Mm,
like, "Oh, like if anything, I think he also felt a lot of responsibility because like he almost felt like my mom like dumped me on him, which sounds really bad, but like that's kind of how he felt.
mm.
Because he was like, "Oh, I didn't really want to live with you," and then like we were trying to get an apartment, but they don't really accept couples, like especially in like Singapore Valley. Like if it's an Asian household and they're renting out a room, they don't want like couples. They just want like
Hmm.
single female.
Right.
Oh, what? So it's like
Yeah,
no sex in the house or something like that. I mean, are they super
yeah,
conservative
something
or
like
like?
that.
Okay,
But
wow.
yeah,
Yeah, so keep going with that story because I don't think that we've told people that like where you're living now. Like go into that part of the story.
okay. So, well, one thing I do want to clear up is like I'm actually waiting till marriage to have sex, so that might like surprise
Okay.
you.
Oh,
So
So
right.
yeah,
Okay.
those Asians
So,
are wrong. They should accept you in their bed in their rooms then. Let you in
yeah,
the rooms.
yeah, that's right. They're wrong. Be like, I
Good for
can live
you though.
with my
You don't hear
boyfriend
that
and we're
very
not
often
having
these days.
sex.
yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
don't hear that
So
often. Good for you.
thank you. And okay, so yeah, that was like a weird. Okay, so what I don't remember
Oh,
what we were
so yeah,
just.
so I was going to ask you about so okay, so the background is this is your boyfriend who lived in his car out in front of your mom's house a while ago, and then you left your mom's place,
Mhm.
and then now you're still with your boyfriend, right? Still the same boyfriend, and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
where do you guys live now? And tell us about that part of the story.
So
Yeah.
we live in an SUV. So I decided to like just move in with him and like live in the SUV. So we have a plank of wood from Home Depot and like mattress topper. And I got rid of most of my stuff, so I don't have much stuff. And it's been a
S
year
by
since I've been in the
SUV,
car.
I mean, do you mean like a Pathfinder or a little
Yeah,
bit
what
more closer
paint a
to a
picture.
mini camper van or a
Yeah, how big
van?
of an SUV are we talking?
Like a
It's a Toyota Rav4, so it's like
RAV4, okay.
it's not huge at all.
that's
Like,
even not a big SUV. That's
It
not
yeah,
lays
even like
flat in
an
the back.
Escalade.
yeah, it's
That's good.
really small actually. Like, so sometimes we have to stagger. So like, I'll like lay on my right, and then he'll
What
be on his back,
the?
or like sometimes he'll go like this, and then that, and I go like this. But I mean, we could still like lay like this, like flat on our backs, but then like I have to kind of like raise. There's a little like compartment, so I kind of like put my arm on top.
But you can
Wow.
literally just sleep there then, really. I mean, you
But you
can't
have but you have a mattress
chill.
topper and wood under there. So it's, I mean, comfort wise, it's basically like being on a flat bed, right?
Yeah,
Because you
it's
have a
not
mattress topper.
bad. It's not bad, but I mean, sometimes like if the roads are slanted, then I'm kind of like we have to raise the jack.
Yeah, as you're
Um,
rolling off
Yeah,
sideways or whatever.
yeah. So there's times
right.
I'm like I feel like I'm slanted down or like a little up, and I'm like I don't know, maybe I'm diagonally slanted.
Right.
So
So how do
yeah.
you find do you guys park in the same place all the time, or do you have specific places you have to go? Like if a police guy saw you, would he be like, "Hey, get up and get out of here," or can you sleep in your car?
Um, no, no, no. So I have talked to the cops and they said like it's not illegal to sleep in your car because there's so
Hmm.
many homeless people in LA. So like
Hmm.
if someone actually sleeps in the
That's
car, like
good.
I feel like it's even more like better than being on the streets
Yeah.
because it's a lot more sanitary and
Yeah, you're
everything.
not bothering anybody. Yeah, you're just in your
Right.
car.
Yeah. So
But do you just go to like a Walmart parking lot? I mean, or side of the road? Like where exactly do you park it?
so we park near like a 24-hour fitness because I have the membership to go there.
Oh, that's where you
Nice.
shower and stuff in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. That
Nice.
works really well.
Nice.
There you
That's a
go.
good
So
sign.
it's like
That I
definitely
don't.
worth the membership because I paid like a 2 year membership for like 450. So it's about $18 a month.
Wow.
And
Oh
like
Do
yeah.
you
for the
actually work
amount
out
of
or?
times that I
Yeah, do
use
you
it,
work
it's
out or
like
just shower?
yeah.
Yeah. Is it literally just for the shower, or do you actually go and exercise and like go swimming or whatever?
I do use a pool and jacuzzi, and I
There you
do
Okay.
work
go.
out, but like a lot of times, like if we're parked there at night, it's because I need to like take a dump. But I
Yeah, right on.
like I can like
So
control like I mean my boyfriend does not need to really like go at night, but like for me, I have like a sensitive stomach and like also a little bit lactose. So if I eat like ice cream at night, it's just I don't know what time
there
I'm
you
gonna.
go.
Oh
So
wait, so
that's
you
perfect. Just be parked
now I
near
get it. So
there.
it's 24-hour fitness, so you could go at like 2 in the morning. You can just run in
Yeah.
there and use whatever.
Yeah, yeah. And
That's
sometimes
awesome.
I'll be running because like
Well, what's great is it's pretty empty there. I mean, I used to be a
yeah.
member of 24 Hour and I'm a night owl, so I would go work
Oh,
out
cool.
at like 1 in the morning or something, and
You're gonna
it was
run
kind
into
of
Rebecca
nice
one
and
of these days.
peaceful. Yeah, it's just like really peaceful and empty. So you could be free to take a dump or whatever you want to do. I mean, it's a
That's
good
hilarious.
call.
Wow.
And
Wow. So
it's
so you
mhm.
so you guys find a different 24-hour every time, or do you just go back to the same place?
Honestly, we park near the Monterey Park one most of the
Okay.
time. So that's like Singapore Valley. But they were renovating for a while, so we're staying in Burbank, and then we were staying in Torrance at times.
Well, I guess you
So
can go anywhere you want, right? Because you're just in your
mhm.
car.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's any 24 hour, right? So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's crazy. And so all this time you are still like, how do you do like your podcast and how do you do stuff from the car like that? Like get auditions and all that kind of stuff. How do you get stuff done like that? Like where
Okay,
are you
so
now? You're
like
not in a car right now. Are
no,
you
no,
at
no,
the
that's
no.
car
true.
So
You
fitness?
don't
I'm
look like you're in
actually
a RAV4.
no, 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 no. I'm actually at the library, and so what I
Okay.
do is I reserve a study room. And
Okay.
so it's like pretty quiet. It's basically like more quiet than being at home almost.
Yeah. It's like
And it's
having your own office
totally,
basically for free.
yeah, it's totally free, like for two
Nice.
hours, and you just call in and you reserve it. But sometimes like self tapes can be difficult, but I realize that, it doesn't matter if you just use like a blank wall. So sometimes I'll be like in back of like a Walmart or in back of a hotel, and it's just like, okay, this is like a clean wall. I'm gonna do my self tape.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna like put my phone like right there and like record myself. So
Yeah. Okay. So
And
doable.
for
Wow. Look
when
at
you
all these
say
resources we have.
self-tape, is that like for an audition or something?
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So,
I'm
so
kind
tell
of
us more about
new to that
this
whole.
because yeah, Wayne and I have no idea how this. Tell us more about how this audition stuff works. Is it like you're applying to? You said you had to apply to like 1,000 of these things to get a couple callbacks. Is it just you go online and they just list it and you just click the button? Or tell us about the process of how this audition stuff works.
Okay, so like as an actor, you need to have headshots and reels and just like projects that you can show. So I go on Actors Access, Casting Networks, and Backstage. Those are the three top ones that we use, and literally you have to submit to every single project, and the casting director will look at it and they will notify you if they want to audition. So once you get an
Okay.
audition, then you have to follow the script and do it like read the script or whatever they're asking for. Sometimes they ask for a slate, which is just like saying like, oh, my name's Rebekka Lien, I'm five
Oh,
five,
right. Yeah.
or an introduction about your personality or who you are and what you like to do. um and it's a lot of work because like literally I have a talent agent, I have a talent manager, and they help me submit, but a lot of what I get is self-submitted. And
Mhm.
so I
Okay.
thought that having a talent manager and agent could get me work, but it just seems like every time I've gone,
It's your
people,
own.
yeah, it's always like something that I submit on my
Wow.
own. And
So
like
should
So
I'll
we
get
you
fire them maybe?
yeah, like
Or
why
I
are you
mean, do
paying
you
them?
pay them?
no,
Like
no, no, no. You should never like pay a agent.
never
They
pay
only
them.
get like a
Just
commission out
okay.
of
Oh,
whatever.
That
Yeah.
makes sense, but then they
only
still
from
should be a little better than yourself, you would think, since that's their
Yeah,
full
I think
job.
because they aim too high, like they'll be like, okay, let me try to get you booked for this like 5,000, $15,000 commercial, and it's like
I
there's probably like
see.
a few thousand people submitting to that.
Right,
So,
right.
Mm. So are there
whereas
any
like
tricks that you have that to try to get a callback? Like do you submit to certain auditions that maybe have less people doing it or something like that? Some strategy?
I think like I like recently I've been doing like background work, and I've been doing even like I did a protest thing that was also acting. And so what I realized is like don't get picky. I think for a while I was like, it's not worth me going there. It's like not paying that much. But I realized it's like it's just even the connection and the people that you meet
Yeah.
there, that's worth it,
Right.
So it's like don't stay in your head and be like, oh my God, I'm too good for this. It's like just go and make a day out of it. Like you're not gonna do
Yeah.
anything else than just be adventurous and take risks.
I
And
love that. I
yeah.
think people are always so scared to do that because of this whole rejection thing. But I think
Mhm.
that the more you do it, the more you get better at sales and get better at, selling yourself and selling whatever it is you have. That's probably why you did well, doing your feather earring thing. And then now you can do all these auditions and get all these no's, but
Yeah.
you still keep pushing.
And you
So
Yeah.
never
good for
know who
you.
you're going to meet, right? Just that one
Yeah.
person might be the
Just
best
one
connection
dude.
ever. And
Yeah.
so, like you said, it's all about just continuing building your network.
Yeah,
I
good for
do
you.
want to know like I went through a lot of failure for the people that are listening. Like I've
Mm.
been through a bankruptcy. So like I want
Mm.
to add that like I sold my jewelry and like succeeded in some ways and was able to pay rent, with like cash and everything, but I actually got into credit card debt, and then
Mm,
for a while like I learned that you can just the credit card company can waive it somehow and like write it off. And I actually was like avoiding all that stuff that was going on in that situation. That one day I got like a knock on the door, and the sheriffs were like, yeah, like you need to go to court. And I was like, what is this? But I couldn't emotionally deal with it, so I just like ripped it up because I wanted to like avoid it. Literally, like, because like,
Nice. That's probably not what you do.
probably
like,
not the best thing to do, but I get it.
yeah. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna avoid it and like see if like God will help me out in the future about it, because my mom was not very helpful. Like she didn't give me any advice about what to do, and like I just felt really alone.
Yeah.
And then it was like one day I had a gig, and then my check was less than what it was supposed to be. And I was like, what is going on? And I realized that I had a judgment against me from the
Hmm.
court that they were
Oh,
gonna take like,
Oh,
yeah,
so
so
they
now I was
garnish
like,
your wages. Oh, so
that's
yeah.
they took
yeah.
wages.
That's what
Hmm.
I was like. I better take this serious. Like,
Yeah, you
they better
better.
not
Yeah,
take my
maybe.
money.
I
Like,
mean, you better. Or just sell
yeah.
the feather jewelry because then they can't garnish that. You're just getting
Oh
cash
yeah,
probably,
cash.
There you go.
So what I did was
That's
like I just Googled like feverishly, and the lawyer called me. He's like, okay, this is like actually funny. He calls me and he goes, why are you opening a Forever 21 credit card when you owe us like, $2,000? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I see on your record you open a TJ Maxx card. I said, yeah, because they were giving out 15% off.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
What do
Gotta
you
take
mean? That's a
advantage.
dumb question. It's like
yeah. And
it's a
I was just
rhetorical
like,
question. You should have just said it answers
yeah.
itself.
So I was sitting in this like small apartment that my mom had, and I felt really stuck, and I started yelling at the lawyer, and I go like how dare you guilt trip me, because in a weird way I felt like he was a representation of my mom telling me like you're doing the wrong thing, and why are you doing this, like a bully, right? So then
Hmm.
I just hung up on him, and then I started googling like, oh, what should I do, and it's like all these choices of like, yeah, you can get it paid off, like what's it called, consolidation of debt. And then another one just popped out, like a law firm in Montebello. They do bankruptcies, and I was like, I literally don't want to pay for this. Like, I just
Right.
have gone through so much shit in my life. Like, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to cuss, but anyways,
Sure.
Yeah,
okay,
If you
yeah.
feel
We're
like it, go
I've
for it.
I've just
yeah.
gone through so much, and like so much hardship, and I just like literally don't want to deal with this. And so
Mm.
I like called that law firm, and like it was a really fast process within
So they
probably.
actually get paid by the government or something. Like you don't have to pay the law firm anything to go through
No,
bankruptcy.
no. I have to pay 1,600.
Oh, you
What?
do. Okay. So you
Yeah.
have to
But
pay them,
then
but then you clear your credit card debt.
you should have just not paid them and said I'm bankrupt. Don't you get it? Just be like you just
Oh,
declared me as bankrupt. You paid them to help you declare bankruptcy?
no, bankruptcy is like a whole process with the government. It's not like something you
Okay.
could just say. Like it's a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, so you actually have to show like all your proof of bank statements, like
Mm.
everything. Like you have to show a lot. Like it was like probably like 6 meetings that I had with the law firm, And then the government basically will like write it off and say you're not responsible for all this debt. And then you have that on
Okay.
your record for a few years. But I mean, I was
Did-
able to get like a credit card like pretty much a month after I
oh,
filed.
really?
That's
Yeah.
so
What is
funny.
so? What is the point? What is the point of the bankrupt thing? Then that's awesome. So you could just wipe off all your debt, and
Yeah.
then you
And
And
just
then just start again.
this
TJ
lady,
Maxx,
she's
here I
like,
come. TJ Maxx, here we go.
exactly.
Another sale.
This lady was like, "Oh yeah, this is like my third one." And I was like, "What?" Like, I guess she never learned, to manage her
wow.
money. But like, I mean,
So
I'm like debt free, and I like pay off my
oh,
credit card
awesome.
every month now. So
Okay.
So
yeah,
I always wondered, like, when you went through that, was it when you go through bankruptcy, do you mentally think, "Hey, that's awesome. I don't have this debt anymore," or do you think, "Oh shit, I kind of fucked up and I shouldn't have gone through." Did you feel that at all, or
Right.
was it like, "This is awesome"?
Or this is awesome. I'm
no,
going back and getting more credit cards.
no.
Yeah.
I felt like immense failure and guilt because my mom
Okay.
was like, she's gone through consolidation of debt, and she goes, "You need to do this, what I did,"
Hmm.
and I was like, "I don't want to," and she's like, "Well, you're not being responsible," and I was like, "You're being a hypocrite because like you had debt, and
Hmm.
Right.
you failed at things, and how come I'm not allowed to fail?" And so like I just felt like a failure, and I felt really guilty, and it was like I felt like I sinned. And I remember like going to that law firm, and they had like statues of like Jesus and Mary and stuff, and the guy was like, there's actually a Bible verse that says like in Israel every 7 years they forgive debt, and it's actually part of their law and stuff.
Wow.
And I was like, what? Like I like how come I never like knew about that? And so he's like, yeah, it's actually really normal, like back in that society, that people are forgiven of their debt. And I was like, that's amazing. And like it just like lifted off the guilt that I felt. And
Right,
Interesting.
right.
being
I
like,
mean,
because
if
I was
God
like,
says it's okay every 7 years, then,
Then it
yeah,
must
you
be okay.
know,
yeah, I
That's
was like,
that's
oh
awesome.
well,
right.
like I'm
The utmost highest
like
power.
I basically felt like a failed Asian American because like everyone around me, like especially growing up in church, like they were so like responsible, had like 800
Mm,
credit score, like
yeah.
I mean 900, whatever, like people were
That
just
is true.
seemed so
Yeah.
like responsible, and
Yeah.
I was like, I am failing at being like a good like like person or responsible person, and but I think it was in that brokenness that I learned like grace, because like if you don't fail, you
Mm,
don't
Yeah.
learn you don't learn forgiveness or grace. You don't learn that
yeah.
you stop judging people and you stop judging yourself, and you learn to have compassion for others and their stories,
Yeah.
um and like so like another thing that I went through was like last year actually was in a psych ward.
Wow.
Yeah, so like
Wait, did you just say psych ward?
yeah, I was in a mental health
Whoa.
hospital.
Okay.
Yeah. So like that was like, and the reason I want to talk about that is like I want to destigmatize the idea of like mental health and like breaking down and like having these mental issues, because at the time like my mom rejected me, and then my boyfriend didn't want to hold my hand. It just triggered like a lot of things. I was
Mm.
hungry, and I just broke down crying, and this cop drove by, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Oh my god, someone wants to hear me out." So I started like venting. I was like, "Yeah, like my mom did this, my boyfriend did da, and like I said the words I shouldn't have, which is I want to off myself.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, oh,
And she's like,
That's what you got you in. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
she's like, hands behind your back, and I was like, what?
Oh
Like,
man.
Hands
this
behind
Wait,
your
is
back.
so
yeah.
wow.
I was
So
like,
so a potential suicide, she's like hands behind your back, you're under arrest? Like she
well, it
that
was
sounds
like
pretty
we're
harsh.
taking you to the ER to get evaluated, and
Oh man.
Okay.
I was
Wow.
like in shock because I was like really hungry at the time, and I was like, it's
And then you were
midnight.
like, I wasn't that serious. Like, right? You
Yeah,
were
I
like,
was like, I
mhm.
had thoughts, but it was more like I just
What?
needed someone to talk to because I was like
Yeah.
alone all
You were just,
day.
yeah,
Yeah, I was
more
venting.
venting.
Yeah, and then like when I got in there, it was just like so surreal. The whole night I didn't sleep because there were people screaming in the ER. And then the
Wow.
next day, like I
Did
was
they put you
sent
in a
to
straitjacket or something crazy?
they put me in a
Had
gurney
to do
with like handcuffs, like and then
wow. Gurney with
they
handcuffs. Wow.
they had
Jeez.
security guards like watch over me the whole night. So like the different like shifts. So different like security guards came like every hour is like a different person.
Oh my
And I was
God.
like really in my head, so I like try to talk to them, but sometimes they would just be quiet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, what's your name? Like, how are you?
Yeah,
Like
what's your name?
because like you don't know anyone there, so you feel utterly alone. And
Yeah.
I at the time I tried to call my mom, she never came, she never answered, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, and like that was like one of the things I went through. But then I also had a health scare. I thought I had cancer because they found like a lump in my breast. So I had to
Wow.
get, yeah, a biopsy. So that was last year. So I went through all this in the span of 1 year with my mom not talking to me. So
Oh my
yeah,
goodness. Wow. Well, you've
yeah,
gone through so much. That's amazing. But look at you now though. You said you're debt free and hey, I
yeah.
don't see any
Yeah, you said
mental
that you
health
pay all
issues as
your
far as
credit
I can
card
tell.
bills. Yeah, you're doing
That's
well.
awesome. And you're out auditioning. So good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
It's almost like there's a reason why you go through a lot of this stuff, right? To have a new perspective on life and become who you are now. So good for you.
Thank you.
That's a really interesting, sort of your life story. We're out of time, but we're going to move on to the next section of the podcast. But that's a really good, really interesting story. So Wayne, what kind of sound effect do you have? It is our standard gong sound effect.
The
All
Asian
right, so
gong sound.
we're gonna lighten up here and talk a little bit about how Asian you are. So Rebekka, you said you took our Haru online
Haru.
quiz. How
Yeah.
Asian are you? So you took our quiz online.
Yes.
Tell us how you did, and tell us whether you think that quiz is accurate.
So I got 63, but like I think there was a few questions I accidentally like pressed on it and I couldn't go back. So like I mean, okay, because there was like a few questions about like how you raise your kids, and I'm like, I don't have kids, so I didn't
There
Oh,
know
you
how
right.
to
go.
like,
That
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
answer
makes
to
yeah,
that.
sense.
yeah.
But I
Okay.
just,
Well,
yeah.
we have a live version for you right now. I'm going to give you three questions, random
Okay.
questions. You've never heard them before. Let's see how you do. They are somewhat kind of Hollywoodish related or
But
something
you
around the
you're
pop
in
culture.
that. You're in that arena.
Um, all
Okay.
right. So Ken Jeong, you know who Ken Jeong is?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ken Jeong, name the show that Ken Jeong
Oh
is
no.
a judge on.
Current of America's Top Talent.
No, actually, no. It's Masked Singer. I guess you don't watch
Oh,
that,
Oh,
but
right,
you know what?
right. Close
I don't.
enough.
I
Because
actually did
who
audience
watches
work for
Masked
that.
Singer?
Yeah, who watches it? It's
Who
good that you
watches
didn't
that
get
show?
it.
I don't know. Is it still even airing? I think I saw it once,
I,
maybe just to
I
support Ken
literally
Jeong.
only saw it once, and then I was like, "Who the
No,
hell
I
came
was
up with this
actually in
show?"
the audience before.
That's
So
right. They come
You
out like
what?
a bunny uniform or
yeah.
something. Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
were in
yeah.
the
Yeah,
audience?
I did audience work for it.
Oh,
Oh, really?
hilarious.
So what
Yeah.
does that mean? You get placed into the audience to like clap
You get
along
To
and
paid,
stuff,
clap.
or
To clap and cheer, and then you get paid like, minimum
really?
wage.
but you
Yeah.
get
They
something.
pay people to sit there and cheer? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do all the shows
Well,
do
when it's a
that?
show like Masked like Singer, I guess like the Tonight Show and stuff, the audience members line
Is
up
real.
and it's like
Mhm.
tourists. But Masked Singer, maybe they don't have enough, demand to
Oh,
want to
Yeah,
watch
that's
it.
true.
So they're
that's
like,
funny. So they spend money on that. That's hilarious. Okay. Okay,
good
all right.
for
So
them.
next question. This one nobody would know off the top of their heads, I don't think. But I'm giving you multiple choice, and I think you can
Okay.
logic your way into this one. The population of Taiwan, which is where you are sort of kind of
Oh
from,
no. God.
is
Well,
closest
born.
to which U.S. state? Is it California? California, by the way, is now the fourth largest economy in the world, bigger than
Okay.
Japan. So we are humongous here in California.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
is it closest to the population of Taiwan? Is it closer to California, Florida, or Maryland? Which another side trivia note is about the same area in size as Taiwan in terms of square footage, square mileage.
I feel like Florida.
Ding! That's right. It is Florida,
Oh.
right in the
Holy
middle.
crap. I would
Yes,
have just said
exactly.
California because I have no
You would have
idea.
been way wrong, Wayne.
Yeah, that's probably why I scored more like a 40 on the Haru.
That's right. You're not very Asian. 23
Exactly.
million is the number. 23 million is the population of Taiwan, and actually the population of Florida. Although I think
Oh,
Dang.
Florida
cool.
looks like it's much bigger geographically.
Yep.
Okay, this
Yeah.
last
Florida
question
looks
will
way
be
bigger. Dude, they need to
way
draw
bigger.
the
I
map
know, right?
differently. Come on.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, this last question is actually super hard, but I want to throw it out there just in case you know. It's very Hollywood related.
okay.
It's probably it's a movie, it's an Asian movie that really kind of paved the way for Asian movies. So, have you heard of the movie Better Luck Tomorrow?
I
It could
haven't
have been before your
actually.
time.
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah,
before
it
her
seems
time.
like an
We're kind
old
of old.
movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're old.
No,
This
I
is more
actually
for our old asses.
Yeah.
Okay, so multiple choice question, so maybe you can still get it. So,
okay.
but Better Luck Tomorrow is actually a movie from I think it was 2002 or 2003 or something.
Mm.
It was a long, long, long time
Yeah.
ago.
Almost the
But it was
90s
one of the
even.
first
Yeah.
all Asian cast, and it was a pretty serious movie. Um, so what was Better Luck Tomorrow about?
Okay. I
So
think I can guess that.
here's the three choices, okay?
Okay.
A, Asians who gambled their life away.
Mm.
B, overachieving Asians in high school who turned to a life of crime. Oh, wow,
Ooh.
what an interesting
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, that's
There you go.
interesting.
That's a good
Or
one.
C, a kung fu movie where the Sifu has bad luck.
I feel like it's A. I don't know. I feel like it.
Oh, you know what? It is not A.
Oh, it's not A.
Actually, there is a great movie called The God of Gambling in Hong Kong that was A. But actually, it's
Ah.
B. It's the
Ah.
Oh,
overachieving
B?
Asians.
No way.
So
Okay.
you should totally check this movie out. Though.
Okay,
It was
I
really good.
will.
It was
Does it
really
have
good.
like
John Cho.
Jackie Chan in it?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that long ago. That guy's pretty old now.
Yeah.
John Cho is in it though. You remember
Oh,
John Cho?
John
cool. Yeah,
Cho,
yeah,
The
yeah.
guy
yeah.
from White
From
Castle. He's in
American
it.
Pie and White Castles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But it's kind of this Asian thing where it was these high achieving Asians in high school. They were trying to get the SATs, like we're talking about. But
Mm.
somehow they started turning slowly into a life of crime, and then by the end they were
Mm.
like killing people and stuff.
Yeah,
So
it just gets
That
worse
sounds
and worse.
interesting.
yeah, yeah. So check it out. I think it actually opened up a bunch of Asians started doing Asian Hollywood type stuff after that. So
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I guess it was a
anyway.
trendsetter for sure.
Awesome. Okay, well, cool. Well, that's so let's see. So towards the end of the podcast. So the last thing
Okay.
we usually ask you here, Rebekka, actually is two things.
Okay.
One is give us a general life tip for the listeners, and
Mm.
then two is if there's anything you want to pitch on your side, whether it's your podcast or your website, anything else, feel free to do it here.
Okay. So my life tip for people in general is like don't overthink it. Like sometimes you might be like, "Oh, I don't know what the right thing to do is." Like even if, say like two friends want to hang out and you don't know which one, like just choose one and go with it. I feel like I spent a lot of my life overthinking and being stuck in my feelings and like
Mhm.
being like, "Oh, this person did wrong to me, blah 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 blah." And like
Right. I love that.
having fear of confronting people too, like that was a fear that I had, and so I would like be in my head
Yep, I
like,
still have
yeah,
that.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
suppress a lot
Classic
of
Asian
things.
characteristic.
Yeah, and like I think my mom raised me like that. Oh, don't inconvenience people. If this, fried chicken is
Mhm.
too salty, just eat it. And
Yep.
I had to practice speaking up for myself and like just saying like, hey, I don't this food isn't good.
Yeah,
And to the point of like not being afraid of rejection because I think
I love
that's
it.
like how I was raised. And so instead of overthinking, like literally just do it. Like Nike says,
Mm.
like if you feel like going somewhere, just do it and don't overthink it. And like try to live every day with that mentality of
Mm.
like I'm scared, but I'm gonna do it. So like keep
Yeah.
doing that, keep taking risks, keep stepping out, and don't overthink. I feel like so for me, I've had a blog for like probably like 20 years, and a lot of people wait till they're ready to do something, and I just kind of with my YouTube channel, I didn't edit any of my videos. I just kind of like would talk into a camera and say like this is how I feel and like just vlog and like I
Yeah.
didn't wait till everything was edited and perfect. Like my Spotify podcast, it's called The Bex Show, BEX Show. It's none of it is edited. So like sometimes you hear like cars in the background, like you just and it's just like for me it was like expression
Hmm.
instead
It's
of
real. Yeah.
feeling like, oh, you have to be perfect. And so that's my
Yeah.
life tip is just like stop overthinking, just do it, even if it's not perfect.
I
Yeah.
I love
love
it.
that.
Yeah, there's so many
A
people,
great
like you
tip.
said, that pause and don't, they hesitate. They don't do it because they're scared. So even if
Yeah.
you're scared, do it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, did you want to throw out anything else? So you said the Bex.com show, anything else like that, YouTube or any of
Oh,
the other
yeah.
things you want to tell people about?
Yeah, so my Instagram is REBEKKALIEN, and that's my Instagram username.
You
But
sound like a
also follow.
cheer. REBK.
Oh, like a
I
like
could
a
Yeah,
see a
put it into a
cheerleader
song.
squad, doing that. And then
oh,
go
cheerleading.
Gators,
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
true. And then my YouTube channel is called The Bex Show, BEX Show, as well as my Spotify, and my blog is just like my full name, RebekkaLien.com. So like follow me. I was also on an MTV reality show called Help I'm in a Secret Relationship. So if you turn on MTV, sometimes I do show up there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um
That's
That's
totally awesome.
crazy. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, cool. Well, thanks so much, Rebekka, for being on. It's a total pleasure talking to you. We don't talk to folks like you very often, and you sound like you have such an interesting life.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We are sponsored by none other than The Coder School, a company that teaches kids how to code with over 70 locations all around the country. So if you're interested in getting your kids to code, head online and check us out. Learn to code, change the world. Thanks for listening. If you or anyone you know is struggling with mental health or well-being, please call the National Suicide Hotline at 988.